People on food stamps need to get a job. This is a comment left by a viewer on one of my recent video shorts. And while I'm not here to shame this viewer, which is why I've covered their handle name, I was inspired to research and clarify the misconception. In this video, I will show you three things: how SNAP benefits got started, the stats on who is using these benefits, and why there is still a need for these benefits today. Hello everyone, my name is Jeanette and welcome to my channel, When the Shift Hits. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this video if you find it helpful. First, how did SNAP benefits start? The foundation of what became the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as the Food Stamp Program, was established in 1933 as part of the Agricultural Adjustment Act to help farmers during the Great Depression. So this started as a subsidy to farmers. During that time, farmers were struggling with a surplus of crops, while many Americans were struggling to afford food. So as part of President Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal, the AAA aimed to address these issues by supporting farmers through the government's Federal Surplus Relief Corporation that essentially bought basic farm commodities, essentially food, at discounted prices from farmers. The program then distributed these commodities to hunger relief agencies across the nation to feed the needy. In the late 1930s, the program was expanded to include a system of issuing food stamps, which were given to the poor to purchase food from grocery stores. The program was made permanent under President Lyndon Johnson's term through the Food Stamps Act of 1964, establishing the program as a national system to combat hunger and to support the agricultural industry. Today, SNAP is a federal program administered by the USDA that provides low and non-income individuals with assistance to purchase food. So essentially, that's the brief history on how SNAP got started. Now, who benefits? SNAP food stamps help low-wage workers in every state. In 2020, the U.S. Government Accountability Office, the GAO, issued a report commissioned by Senator Bernie Sanders. This is a nonpartisan watchdog agency that analyzed data from the Census Bureau as well as 15 state agencies across 11 states. The report focused on recipients of Medicaid benefits and SNAP. Now, what this report found was that millions of full-time workers rely on government assistance to make ends meet. Let me say that again. Millions of full-time workers rely on this assistance just to survive. Over the 2017-2019 period, an average of 38% of able-bodied adults receiving food stamps were employed. The other 44% was comprised of children, and about 18% is comprised of non-working, but among those are the elderly, individuals with disabilities, or their caretakers. So these aren't people who are just lazy sitting at home eating bonbons, just waiting for their SNAP card to be reloaded. Now, are there some people gaming the system to some extent? I'm sure there are. Just like in any other system, there will always be those who are crooks. But this is a minute number compared to those that are in need. The majority of the benefit recipients are people in serious need and hardworking Americans who simply are just not earning enough through minimum wage to feed their families. Also, this is supplemental help. No one is living large on these benefits. The average SNAP benefit is estimated to be $187 per person per month, or about $6.16 per day. So this does not cover your entire food bill. It just supplements it. Now, why do we still need this today? The 2020 GAO report also found that most working adults in the program worked for private sector employers in certain industries, including restaurants, department stores, and grocery stores. The following companies were among the top largest employers of SNAP and Medicaid recipients: Walmart, McDonald's, Dollar Tree, Uber, Burger King, Amazon, FedEx, and Wendy's, and there's many more. And to put this in context, if you're lucky enough to have the minimum wage at $15 an hour in your state, then someone working full-time can expect to get paid about $120 a day, which makes it $600 a week, for a grand total of $2,400 a month. And that's gross. We're not even taking income taxes, Social Security, or any other miscellaneous payroll deductions. So the take-home amount is actually lower. How in the world is anybody supposed to survive on that amount? I have no idea. How much is rent in your state? What's left to pay for gas, food, utilities, which are the basics? And that's just for an individual. Imagine if you have older parents with disabilities that you have to support, or children. So you see, there are millions of Americans who work full time and still need help to cover just the basics. We're not talking about wants, people. We're talking about needs. And again, this is for a $15 an hour minimum wage. Do you know what the federal state minimum wage is? I was shocked to find out that in 2025, it is $7.25 an hour, which is about half of the example I just gave. And no, this is not a joke. It literally is $7.25 an hour. While minimum wages can change from time to time depending on various state and federal laws, you would be surprised how many states continue to follow the federal guidance. States like Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Hampshire, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. 20 states out of 50, almost half of our nation, still has their minimum wage at $7.25. And 19 of the 20 are red states. These are not livable wages, people. And this is why it is imperative that when a bill seeking to increase the federal minimum wage in your state comes up, that you support it. And please don't come at me with, well, they should just go to college and get a degree if they want a better living. First of all, not every market has industries or companies that offer high-paying jobs for those with higher education. Secondly, not everyone has the aptitude, desire, or financial means to afford a 4-year college education. The average cost of college and tuition in the US for a 4-year in-state public college is about $27,146 per year. That doesn't include lodging, etc. This is just tuition. And if you're taking out school loans, that number can easily double by the time you start a job. I know people in their 50s that are still making payments on their school loans. College is not for everyone, nor should it be, especially when you can walk out of your graduation with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, without the guarantee of a high-paying job. This is a reality for a lot of Americans. So to my viewer who left the original comment, I want to say thank you for sharing your thoughts in a respectful way, and for the opportunity to dispel some misconceptions, and for me to even learn new things about those that are using food stamps or Medicaid. I hope that I have provided you with factual data that will better inform your opinion. Remember, millions of employed Americans need SNAP to supplement their family's food needs. All right, everyone, let's get busy and keep the pressure on. Don't forget to download the 5 Calls app, which makes it super easy for you to hold your representatives in Congress accountable. And no, I'm not affiliated with the app in any way. I just think it's really a great tool. So if you found this information helpful, please subscribe, give us a like, and let me know in the comments, what is the minimum wage in your state? Until the next time, stay engaged, keep the hope, and know that you are powerful.